Eric, which is
Eric.
from Eric's Toy, which is I think most people know. Uh, a
I don't
young,
think I know.
huh?
I don't think I know.
Oh, well, we can look at that one then. A young boy
Yeah.
who has anomalous toys and other things a child might own, a very old group of interests, could use some expanding.
I see.
Are they an eternal young boy?
I don't know. Yeah, Eric's Toy. Yeah, right. SCP-066 is an amorphous mass of braided yarn and ribbon weighing approximately 1 kilogram. Strands of 066 may be taken individually and manipulated. When this is done, a note on a diatonic scale C, D, E, F, G, A, B is produced by the object. When a set of 6 or more notes are produced, 066 will produce a effect of varying nature and duration. 066 will not respond to manipulation, while any effect produced by it is in progress. Prior to instance 066-2, results have included 066 transform into a small calico kitten for 17 minutes. The kitten exhibited significant friendliness and playfulness and appeared to be declawed.
Oh.
A song lasting 4 minutes, acoustic guitar, with a vocal accompaniment by singer/songwriter redacted. The lyrics warned the listener not to use sharp objects without parental supervision. A small cookie, chocolate with the chocolate frosting, and a lit candle stuck in the top. Notably, the tones produced prior to this effect corresponded to the opening notes of Happy Birthday. 066 became responsive after said cookie was consumed. Yeah. You see how kind SCP is right now? Just wait till this happens. Incident 066-2 on April 18th, 2008, D066-437 was instructed to use a pair of scissors to remove a portion of 066 for testing. However, when he began to cut it, 066 rolled 1 meter away from him before stopping and making an unidentified squeaking sound. Before he could be provided with further instruction, D066-4437 attempted to cut it again. 066 rolled away and produced the phrase, "Are you Eric?" In response, after D066-4437 replied in the negative, 066 morphed into its present state and began emitting loud, dissonant, staccato notes until D066-4437 was escorted from the room. As you can see right here. After incident 066-2, 066 began to exhibit behavior highly inconsistent with its previous properties. 066 now displays a significant mobility, primarily in the form of being able to move tentacular or portions of itself at very high speed. While 066 is either unable or unwilling to use this ability for transportation, it will occasionally attempt to damage its containment by rubbing its strands against the side of the box, gradually wearing it down. This process appears to be unusually effective for the materials in consideration. Additionally, 066 will automatically produce notes and effects in the presence of any human, regardless of whether that human interacts with 066. This process takes a minimum of 6 seconds. In the aftermath of incident 066-2, effects produced by 066 have included: a single bee was released near containment, stinging D4436 before flying away. The bee was not captured. It is unknown how the bee survived. Beethoven's Second Symphony was played at over 140 decibels, causing permanent deafness in 3 personnel and permanent hearing damage in 8 others. The room containing 066 experienced a sudden and complete absence of light for 5 hours. Personnel in the room reported hearing loud breathing behind their shoulders, although no source was apparent. When it is not producing anomalous effects, 066 will say the name Eric, constantly in a deep masculine voice. So yeah, this SCP just wants to see Eric again.
Oh.
And as you can see, it was nice and kind until the D-class cut it.
Yeah.
So it basically panicked and wanted its person.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to Eric. Shall we see another SCP, or should we put him with the people group?
I'd say let's look at another SCP.
Yeah, it's less a group and more like one child who makes toys, and the toys miss him.
Alright, here's another SCP. Alright. Description. Found resting on a desk during clearance of the condemned redacted elementary school building in 1990. Redacted. Once SCP-168 is a Hewlett-Packard brand graphing calculator model number HP-28C. Upon initial inspection, it was discovered that the name Eric was carved into the inside of the removable casing. However, upon imputing a simple equation, 6 divided by 3, and pressing the equal button, the screen of the device went blank for 3 minutes and 34 seconds. After which, the alternate key function engaged, displaying the message, "What time is it?" For a log of the conversation with those level 2 security clearance, you should see Addendum Report E12. Although not altogether mobile, 168 was displayed signs of action when personnel are not present. It also possesses both vision and hearing, although not how these processes work is currently unknown. For more information for Addendum Report E18, this evidence has led to petitioning to upgrade the object to Euclid class, justifying more secure arrangements for containment. Before I read the document part or description, does someone want to read Dr. Howard, or should I read both?
I can read Howard unless Hatchet wants to.
Well, I take it, Bright, you're dead set on being robot.
I mean, if you want to be robot, you can be robot. I wasn't sure if someone wanted to be robot.
I was kind of thinking of being robot, but I can also do Howard. It's kind of whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I can do Howard. You can be in a robot if you want to. I don't mind, but
Okay.
let me read the document part first. Alright, document number 168-1, interview 812. Recorded log of dialogue between 168 and Dr. Howard, dated January 14, 2008. Replies from 168 are to remain capitalized to indicate non-vocal communication and preserve authenticity. 168 is also incapable of forming punctuation marks, save for period, comma, and question mark. Begin log. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you have a name?
Calculator.
May I call you 168?
I don't see why not.
Good. How long have you been alive, 168?
What is alive?
Being able to think.
Oh. 12 years, 3 months, 12 days, 8 minutes, 32 seconds.
Why did it take so long?
No one's ever asked.
Moving on. There's a name carved into the casing. Who is Eric?
Eric was nice. I liked Eric. Where has he gone?
I don't know where he has gone, 168.
What a forgetful boy. I hope he remembers to come back for me again.
Was Eric your Ola?
Eric was nice.
Alright, do you function as a calculator should, 168?
I should hope so.
May I try using you to calculate an equation, something like 2 plus 2?
Yes.
Dr. Heller enters 2 plus 2 and hits the equal key. The answer 4 appears on 168's screen instantaneously. May I try another one without telling you what it is first?
Yes.
Dr. Howard enters 264 divided by 8 and hits the enter key. The answer 33 appears on 168's screen after 12 seconds. Why did that take so long, 168?
Long division is hard. Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
I think that's enough for today. I'll talk to you again tomorrow, 168.
Wait, it's dark in here. Can you open the window?
There's no window in this room, Zone 68.
Can I have another room with a window in it?
I'm
Oh.
afraid not.
No fair.
Oh, you got one more line, Hatchet. I'll let
Okay.
Document 168-2, Report E18. Upon entering storage room 185-D to continue testing with 168, on the morning of January 15, 2008, it discovered the only table in the room upended, with 168 resting next to it in an upright position. Its screen read,
How do you like that? Teach you to leave me in the dark all day, jerk.
Attempts to communicate with 168 after that point were ignored. A suggestion we move it to a room 221-D if you want to get anything actually useful out of it, Dr. Howard. It was written by a fat ghost.
You know, that's
Okay.
valid. I'd be pissed too if I was stuck in the dark all day.
Yeah.
Do we want to read the last one?
I think it's just anomalies that were abandoned by Eric so far. I want to see who.
We don't know if they were abandoned or if Eric's dead. We don't know.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Should we see what 683 is then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's something in particular I'm looking for that I'll elucidate later.
Oh no. It looks like a drawing.
Yeah.
Description. SCP-683 consists of two objects, -1 and -2. When its unique properties are activated, it will produce samples of -3. -1 is a white 1953 Crossley Salvador brand refrigerator showing moderate external wear. Internally, -1 appears clean and well maintained regardless of contents, results of testing procedures or deliberate attempts to soil it. -1's power cord terminates in an unknown plug configuration has proven incompatible with modern outlets. Foundation electrical engineers have constructed an adapter, inventory control code 19 alias 683-7, allowing -1 to run via a standard gas-powered home generator, which is used for all testing. When supplied with electrical powers, -1 functions adequately as a refrigerator unit. -1 unusual properties will function with or without electrical power, but when power is provided, instances of -3 produced do not appear to decay or soil as long as they are kept within the unit. -2 is a child's age approximately at between 5 and 7 years, drawing on the standard 8.5 by 11-inch white paper, oriented as a landscape and affixed by unknown means to -1's exterior. -2 appears to have been created with pencil and felt pen, showing evidence of moderate water damage at some point in the past. The drawing depicts a mountainous exterior landscape with an anthropomorphic sun, a house, a well, a dog, various vegetation, and a central figure which appears to be wearing a chef's toque. God damn it! The chef's tongue.
Wearing a chef's tongue. Just casually wearing a tongue as a hat.
Yeah. God damn it. Wait, what does this go to? Oh, it goes to SCP-66. Okay, never mind. Alright. Any person either uttering disparaging remarks about -2 or attempting to remove it from the surface of -1 begins to incur damage to both internal organs and skin/musculature upon ingesting any food item. Jesus!
Oh.
Okay, so don't remove the drawing.
Don't remove or insult the drawing. Got it.
The damage manifests as the incision of tissue from various locations on the body equal in mass to the food ingested. So if you eat a whole lot of food, you're fucked.
Yeah.
This effect ceases once the victim has ingested 0.42 kilograms worth of food and an equal amount of tissue has been excised. Though observably painful, tissue is excised seemingly instantaneously following each bite of food and has yet to strike any internal structure that would cause the death of the subject before the 0.42 kilogram threshold is reached. All subjects have expired within 26 days of last existence. Damn.
So they all died. Wait, so they all died because of it. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the point...
Wait, so they all died because of it, but they didn't die. Wait, huh?
Right away.
Yeah.
They had this happen and then they died 26 days later.
Yeah.
It's like a slower version of The Ring.
Oh my gosh, I see it being picked up by OBS, but I'm not sure if you can hear it.
What?
Okay, Busta is sleep talking right now.
Ah.
We cannot hear it.
OBS is picking it up though, so it'll be in the video.
Cute.
Sad. We do not get it.
Eh. Once the 0.42 kilogram incision of tissue is complete, a brown lunch-style paper bag, henceforth after -3, will appear in the interior of -1. -3 has consistently been labeled with the name Eric. Text appears symmetrically in capital letters printed in black ink. Writing style appears consistent with each sample of -3, with each appearance, -3 has contained the following. A sandwich consisting of 2 pieces of white bread, crust removed, and 0.21 kilograms of various excised flesh and viscera. DNA analysis confirmed it to be that of subjects who last disparaged or attempted to remove -2.
It's viscera.
Viscera, got it. A 566 set-top bag containing 0.21 kilograms of various excised flesh and viscera. DNA analysis has again confirmed it to be that of the subject who last disparaged or attempted to remove -2. A plastic zip-top bag containing 3 chocolate chip cookies measuring approximately 9 centimeters in diameter. Testing shows no abnormalities or traces of DNA. A 3 inches by 5 inches note card reading, "Be a good boy today." Ink is black and handwriting is consistent in style with the Eric written on -3's exterior. Following testing, all instances of -3 have been incinerated with no unusual effects. -2 cannot be removed from -1, and all attempts to do so have resulted in the activation of 683's unusual properties. Without any attempt to remove it, -2 has been set alight and incinerated via a simple match on 3 occasions, but has returned to the surface of -1 within 68 hours each time. Despite expectations, Class D personnel who performed incinerations were unaffected by 683. Why? Why are you trying to remove the drawing?
Because
I don't know.
testing, I guess.
I don't know.
If multiple subjects disparage or attempt to remove -2 at one time, only the first subject to do so experiences its effects. No further subjects can be affected until production of an instance of -3. Subjects who fast following removal attempts or dispersion of -2 are unaffected until they attempt to ingest food. To date, 2 subjects have starved themselves to death without suffering any effect from 683. Subjects fed intravenously following removal attempts or dispersion of -2 have been affected as if they were consuming solid foods. Alright, discovery. 683 was discovered in a storage unit adjacent from the home of one Yolanda Redacted of Redacted, Washington, a collector of vintage refrigerators and furnishings. Miss Redacted claims to have simply found 683 unattended on a street corner in late July 19 Redacted. Her nephew, who had reportedly helped her move the item, died 2 weeks following the move. COD on cert list as complications from hernia. The item was brought to the Foundation's attention when an appraiser, occasionally under contract with the Foundation, through front agency sentiments of centuries past LTD, became a victim of 683's effects while evaluating Miss Redacted's find. When asked why she never attempted to remove -2, Miss Redacted replied, "It's a nice little picture, isn't it? Why take it down?"
Okay.
So basically, each instance, the anomalies were abandoned.
I
Okay.
don't think it was was abandoned, I think the kid's probably dead.
We
I
don't know
maybe.
what happened with the kid.
we just don't know.
Right.
Well, they're listed as a child, right? So either they grew up or they died.
Yeah, but either way. So let's go back to the tier list.
Probably
I
true
am-
neutral.
Yeah. So my initial thought was true neutral,
Right.
but with Eric, the thing is that to me, what this sounds like is that these items aren't being made by Eric. They're being made by Eric's parent, probably
Right.
mom. And the theme of these objects is one, protecting her son in some way, shape, or form, or two, to be a companion to him.
Yeah.
If this was talking about Eric's mom, I would put Eric's mom probably in chaotic good. With just Eric himself, the wee little kid, how do we even judge the morality of a child?
We could just
I-
put it in people, since we can't.
Yeah, we
Probably.
could just put the child in NA. I honestly, I would want to make find another picture and make it Eric's mom and put her in chaotic good because we need more things in chaotic good.
Oh
Or
my
we
God.
could just put Eric into chaotic good in association with his mom or father. It could be a father.
Sure, that's fine.
Or a non-binary parent. We don't know. Because the only way that these objects have proven dangerous,
Yeah.
particularly dangerous, is either A, in an act of self-defense from the first one, or B, in an act of mocking a child's drawing. So they're fundamentally defensive. So
Yeah.
I think chaotic good.
Yeah, I can see that.
I agree with chaotic good.
Yeah, because these.
Honestly, after everything we've seen, it's very nice to have just a kind of wholesome thing here at the end.
Yeah.